folks. My name's Ian. I have a question for you, and I have an answer for that question. The question is, can you get rid of bed bugs on your own, especially if you have a single family home? I'm talking a basement, downstairs, an upstairs, and an attic. The answer to that question is yes, you can. And I have, successfully. And today I'm going to share my success story with you and show you step by step how I got rid of these things. My disclaimer is what I did might not necessarily work for you. I'm just going to show you and tell you what worked for me. And if you take this seriously, because bedbug problem is very serious, especially in the United States. I'm going to give you a quick history first, because knowledge is power. Gotta know your enemy. America, I'm in America. America and the UK have the worst bedbug problems in the world, and the absolute worst bedbug problem in the world is in America. We have the worst infestation in the whole world, by far. Bedbugs have been around since time immemorial. Socrates talked about them. In the Civil War in America, there was a bedbug epidemic in the Civil War camps that was really bad. And around the mid-1900s, there was a chemical invented called DDT that eradicated the bedbugs, made them pretty much extinct in America. They didn't even exist anymore. But it was dangerous. It wasn't good for people's health, it wasn't good for children, wasn't good for the environment, so it was banned. So there were other chemicals that were made that had similar alchemical components to DDT, and bedbugs got a resistance to them. So chemicals are very mediocre on bedbugs. They don't work very well. It's what I used, but I mixed it up. I used several different chemicals, and that's what you're going to probably want to do too. Okay, now I'm going to tell you the chemicals I used and the materials I used to get rid of them. All together, I have it all calculated about by the dollar, give or take a dollar. I spend about $310. That includes two $90 water bills. Because you got to wash all your clothes and you got to dry all your clothes at the highest heat at the longest cycle. All right, and those are big water bills for me. I'm very conservative on my bills, so that's a very high water bill for me. All right, so I'm going to tell you the chemicals I used. I'm not going to promote any name brands, so I'm just going to give you a roundabout. First, I used a residual concentrate. I got a gallon of this stuff. 1 ounce gave me 1 gallon of killer. It'll last you forever. That cost me $27. And I used a resistant strain of bedbug killer. That was $40 for a gallon. This stuff kills them on contact, kills all the eggs, and it's a residual. What's a residual? A residual kills them over time. Eventually, over a day or so, it doesn't kill them immediately. After a day or so, it will affect their nervous system. They'll freak out and die. I also grab a piece of paper and pen, too, by the way. All right. I also used what is called diatomaceous earth. It's a powder that dries them out and kills them. Think of bedbugs as a walking blood bag. They dry out, they're dead. That's all they are. They're these little, tiny, thin walking blood bags. They're as thin as a credit card. All right. I got rubbing alcohol. Bottle of that. That was $3. Big bottle. Black contractor bags. 33 gallons. That was $5. Two $90 water bills. And I also used insect growth regulators. I got 2 of them. They're little, tiny 8-ounce things. Not even 8 ounce. They're probably about an ounce. But you put them in your gallon of bedbug spray that you make, and what that does is that keeps them from being able to reproduce, keeps them from being able to make eggs, and that's a good thing because every 10 days they lay eggs, and every 10 days eggs hatch. Okay, and I also bought bedbug covers to cover my beds up. I have 2 of them, and those cost me $12 a piece. And so, roughly. So, those are all my costs. So, I'm going to tell you now, let me read this, exactly how to get rid of these bed bugs. And the way I did it, I didn't have to get rid of anything. I didn't have to get rid of any couches. I didn't have to get rid of any beds. I didn't have to get rid of any vacuum cleaners. Okay? So that worked for me. What I did was, first, I cleaned my house completely. Then I vacuumed my house completely. Put all my clothes in airtight bags. And put them in the attic. Heat kills bed bugs. 117 degrees, 115 degrees. Those things are dead. They're walking blood sacks. So heat dries them out, and they're going to die. So I put them in the attic. And I still have clothes in the attic. The clothes that I haven't washed and dried yet. They're still in the attic. Like my winter clothes, it's summertime now. And they're already dead. Because I already also put alcohol in those bags, made them airtight, and sealed them up. The alcohol might destroy your clothes. It didn't destroy mine, but I'm just telling you what worked for me. Because alcohol kills bed bugs absolutely immediately. Put your bed covers on. Unscrew your light socket covers, all of them. If there's any cracks in your walls or corners, then caulk them. Bed bugs, we didn't have that problem. We don't have any of those. But bed bugs like to hide in crevices, nooks and crannies. Your drawers, your dresser drawers, take them all out. Everything in your dresser drawers, bag up. Alcohol. If you know it's whatever's in those drawers is not going to destroy whatever's in them from alcohol, then you can put some alcohol in them. Those bed bugs should die immediately. Alright, okay, make your spray mix. And then add your insect growth regulator. That's going to keep them from reproducing. And spray every single corner where the wall meets the carpet. Anything with a right angle, spray. Inside your dressers, spray. The dressers, spray. Your couches, spray. Tilt your couches over, spray. Absolutely everything. Every corner. Your windows, or the sides of your windows, rather, okay? You spray. In your curtains, you spray those. Spray everything, okay? You have to take this seriously, because this is a serious issue. Then you let it all dry. Let it all dry. And stay away from that stuff, too, while it's wet. This stuff's dangerous, all right? Excuse me. Whenever it's all dried out, get your diatomaceous earth. This is a powder. This dries the hell out of bed bugs. It kills them. Put it everywhere. It's relatively harmless from what I've read, but boy, that stuff creates a cloud. So don't breathe it in. Just be careful you don't breathe that stuff in. And I don't know if you'd want to walk on it or not. We put it everywhere. Right? We put it, and not too thick. Just put it on lightly. You know, you don't want diatomaceous earth everywhere. That stuff makes a mess. So put it lightly everywhere. All right? And you know what? After 10 days, do it again. You got to repeat this process for 10 days. We had it, once we started taking this seriously, 3 times. We did it once, repeated it twice. The bedbug problem went completely away. When you want to use clothes, wash them, dry them, put them back in bags until you know this bedbug problem has been completely eradicated. What I did worked. And it will work for you. Please like and subscribe and share your success stories with me. And if you have any questions, ask and you shall receive. Thanks and good luck to you all.